Hi, on this video we're going to be looking at VO2 max workouts. So VO2 max is a measure of the maximum amount of oxygen your body can consume in 1 minute. If you have a Garmin device, you'll be able to see what they predict your VO2 max to be. Now just bear in mind that it varies a huge amount depending on the workout you've just done. So if you've just done quite a slow workout, you'll notice that your VO2 max score drops. Whereas if you've just gone out and done a really fast continuous run, you'll find that your VO2 max has probably gone up. You can also test yourself with this. There's a huge range of different tests that you can do, including the 12-minute Cooper test that I spoke about on the time trials video in module 2. Now, a VO2 max run is where you run at a pace that is anywhere between 90 and 100% of your maximum oxygen capacity. Now, no one can easily find that out, but generally speaking, it's akin or linked to your fastest 3K to fastest 10K recent paces. So that's quite a range. Your 3K pace will be incredibly quick. That's like 100% of your maximum oxygen capacity, which will feel really uncomfortable. Your 10K pace will feel a lot more comfortable. So you really kind of want to, for most people, the 5K pace is probably the best pace to run your VO2 max effort at, because you're not going all out like you would for your 3K pace, but you're still going to get really good significant benefits from doing the workout at that speed, and it'll feel a little bit more comfortable as well during it. It will feel really hard in terms of demand on your lungs, so it will help for you to try and focus on getting some kind of rhythm into your breathing. Now, that won't be a rhythm that is nice and calm, in through your nose, out through your mouth. It'll still be you trying to get in as much oxygen as you possibly can, as quickly as you can, and out again. But if you can get into some kind of rhythm of doing that, that will just help you focus on something other than the pain of running really fast. These kind of workouts, you only really want to do these once a week at the absolute most. So maybe once every fortnight or once every 3 weeks would be fine. They are also really good because they'll get you to get used to becoming uncomfortable or slightly more comfortable as you do more of them, working at the faster spectrum of your speed. And it'll help your body to learn what it feels like for your legs to be working that quickly and moving that fast. So next thing I wanted to talk about was just how amazing your body is at being able to do things that your mind may be trying to tell you that it can't. So bear that in mind, that during a workout like this, where it is really fast, make sure you're doing a really good warm-up before you start it, but then really think about challenging those demons that come to light and are trying to tell you can't do it when actually, your body may well be able to, but try and push through that if you're finding it difficult. Now, in terms of a detail, a workout that you might want to try for VO2 max as a workout, something like 4 to 6 reps of 800 meters at your 5K pace, or a little bit faster if you feel able to, with 4 to 6 minutes of easy jogging in between each effort would be a good starting point. Initially, after each rep, as you're adjusting to this kind of workout, you might want to do a walk rather than a jog, and then you can build it up doing a jog next time. So that might be a good place to start for trying a workout like this. Why do them? Why do them? Why put yourself through all that discomfort and difficulty and mind games trying to get yourself into this situation? Well, VO2 max sessions are brilliant for improving your oxygen supply. Now, by that I don't mean how much oxygen you can actually breathe in each time you're breathing in during a hard workout. I mean the amount of oxygen you can transport to your muscle fibers, okay? So while your heart and your major blood vessels deal with the bulk transport of oxygen throughout the body, it's your capillaries, the very smallest blood vessels, that deliver oxygen to the muscle fibers themselves. Now the capillaries are so small that red blood cells have to travel through them in single file. So the only way you're going to increase the amount of oxygen to your muscle fibers is by increasing the number of capillaries. And you do that through your training, through your running. The other part of that, the other side of the coin, is what we've talked about before. We've talked about recruiting mitochondria and wanting them to become bigger as well. So, because that's where energy is produced in the muscle fibers, in these mitochondria. So doing a session like a VO2 max workout will help you to recruit more of those and help to increase the size of them so they can produce more energy. Now, if you never did a workout like this, you would still recruit some capillaries and some mitochondria, but they would never be challenged to be able to help you work at this kind of level. So it's important that we're training internally our body. And the idea is that what I want you to think about is if you had a car and you tried to pump 50 gallons of diesel into it, but it can only have a capacity for 20 gallons of diesel, then you're just going to waste 30 gallons of diesel because you're not going to be able to use any of that because there's no capacity to store it or use it. Another analogy for that is if you think about people who use lots of supplements, and, all the vitamins and minerals and things. Well, your body can only take in as much as it needs, but it can't store it. So it will just get rid of it if it can't use it. So you end up having really expensive urine if you pile it all into your body, because your body will just get rid of it if it doesn't need it. So a VO2 max workout is only beneficial if you are going to be working at a percentage of 90% or more of your VO2 max. If you don't get to that effort level, you're not going to stimulate the improvement that you want. And finally, just a word of warning, going too fast in a VO2 max workout isn't going to give you any increased benefit. So there's no point you absolutely sprinting all out for this workout, because it's just going to lead you to become more fatigued and more susceptible to injury. So stick to the paces that we've talked about. Ideally your 5k pace, best 5k pace, and reap the rewards of working and having a VO2 max workout. All right, enjoy it, and I'll see you on the next video.